Hi, welcome to my video. So this will probably be a little video saying that I am no longer going to use Nvidia GPUs because with their non-free proprietary anti-Linux attitude, even our famous Linus with the FU to Nvidia, I think says a lot about the company itself, and I don't even deal with them. I'm just a consumer, which Nvidia is good for what it is, but I prefer AMD. I like AMD CPUs. I might as well just stick with AMD GPUs. My Steam Deck uses AMD. My B-Link is an AMD machine. I'm just an AMD guy. I don't know why I bought these Nvidia GPUs. I didn't know how bad it was on Linux. I really forgot because I was using AMD GPUs in the past, which I put back my RX 6600, which I'm using right now to do this video actually. It's a good card. I like it pretty good, and I'm waiting on my RX 7600 GPU to put on my B550A. I do have NixOS in that system, but I'm going to put Arch Linux on it. So I took Arch Linux off this computer. Not Arch Linux. I took off NixOS off this computer. I'm using Arch Linux, what I meant to say. And on the B-Link, I still have NixOS. I will use NixOS to play around with it, learn it more. But for the most part, I will be using Arch Linux as well on that as my main system. But I do have NixOS on that box, which that will be the computer I'll be playing around with NixOS. But as far as on my ASUS PCs, they're going to be strictly ASUS. Arch Linux, I can't even think. Let's say they're going to be mainly Arch Linux systems because I do gaming on these PCs. So I think Arch Linux is a great system for Linux gaming because that's what SteamOS is based on. It's based on Arch Linux, and I just think Arch Linux in general is good. Like when it comes to searching your information of your system, your in the modules, like it just, to me, I don't know. I'm really better at Arch Linux. Like NixOS is not a hard system to use. It's just it doesn't work the way I want it to work when I'm doing things. I'm reading the handbook. The handbook is very bad because I follow the handbook, and a lot of my configuration saying that there's errors in it because the handbook is not good. You'll put you'll follow the handbook, and then you'll go on Reddit, and then people that are in the Nix community will say like, no, that should be that. You should have this should be like this way in your configuration file. You don't need that. And you're just like, well, I'm following the handbook. What do you expect, man? Like, I mean, I don't know. You go to Arch Linux, you follow the handbook, things work properly because the handbook is laid out really well. You go on, even Gentoo, actually, I thought Gentoo had a bad handbook. When people talk about handbooks for NixOS, it's terrible. I like NixOS. I like the whole immutable system. I love their package manager. I love how you say everything in the configuration file. I really, 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 really love the way NixOS works. I really do. Like, I love everything about NixOS. Don't get me wrong. But when it's showing like bad information in the NXI and just not showing proper information, and when things are just not working right, like when I load up Final Fantasy 14, it doesn't show the correct time zone, and then with Arch Linux, it does. It works properly, and it shows the time properly. That's why I'm gonna use Arch Linux because it just seems to set things up properly. As to NixOS, it's maybe I'm just not. I'm like new to it. Maybe I just don't know the system fully. I don't know. I want to learn more about it. I wish I had people like that know a lot about NixOS that can teach me how to use it, but unfortunately there's not much people that use NixOS, and I don't know anybody that uses NixOS besides some of my friends in my Discord community because they start using it because I started using it. So I just they're probably more new than I am at it. So I'm teaching people what I know, but I don't know everything about NixOS. When it comes to Arch Linux, I know a lot about Arch Linux. But anyways, I really can't wait to get my RX 7600 and just be completely fully AMD. And actually, I'll probably stop using this computer again. I stopped using these computers because Nvidia would give me so much problems and trouble that I get so exhausted, like to use these computers, because I just, it just gets me. I get annoyed really much. Like I've been like the last almost like half a year, a little bit more than half a year, I've been having Nvidia GPUs. I've been having nothing but problems with Nvidia, and I really can't deal with that anymore. Like, like just by that little picture of Linus Trovlov, or how I don't know, Trovlov. I can't say the last. Linus, the Linux guy. I just, yeah, F you Nvidia, pretty much. They suck when it comes to Linux. I mean, yeah, sure, they're good on Windows because that's all they care about. They don't give two shits about the open source community. And AMD, on the other hand, their drivers are open source, and it's really great actually, because that's what I use on my Steam Deck, and games work pretty good on it, and that's what it is. It's the AMD machine. So this is an AMD like processor CPU machines. Both of them are. They use actually the same CPU. They're both the Ryzen 7 5700X. So having the RX 6600 and RX 7600 would be a good combination with these CPUs. And yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. And I will still use NixOS on the B-Link. I still have it on there. I'll test it out, play around with it, learn more about it. But for the most part, I will stick with Arch Linux, and when I do, if I ever do switch over to NixOS, which I kind of want to, is when I know really the system really well and I learn more. Because as of right now, I don't know. I think that I'll just probably stick with Arch Linux. I feel bad because I really like NixOS. Like I really, 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 really like it, and I still do like it. It's just, I don't know. Like there's something about it that's really, it's annoying me. And when I go on Arch Linux, it's just like, wow, this system works. Everything works the way I want it to work. And like, why use a system that's gonna like just make you troubleshoot all the time and just trying to get things working exactly the way you want to work when you have a system already on your computer that works really good. You know what I mean? So I do like Arch Linux. I never ditch Arch Linux. I always had Arch Linux on my computer. I just reconfigure it the way I had it on my NixOS. But yeah, this is basically my my configuration on KD right now. So anyways, so yeah, I'm sticking with Arch Linux, but I will still be playing around with NixOS on the side as just learning it and stuff. But yeah, I miss Arch Linux, and I'm going back to it. Anyways, guys, thanks for the watch. Have a good one. Cheers.